Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another Build-A-Figure review. Today we have the Sugar Man Build-A-Figure, and as you can see, he is in a bunch of parts. And just looking at all the parts, I'm like, I don't know which arms I want where and stuff like that, but I did, before recording, sat down and really figured out what I wanted to do. But let's go ahead and put him together. So we got these two parts here. So let's see how well I can do this. Struggle's real, so it's like these have to move his little belt. His belt is actually it's coming up, so make sure you get his little straps out of the way. Connect that nasty hunchback. Move his straps back up. So the strapping is a little bit of a challenge. There we go. I guess as much of a challenge as it's going to be. Legs, this foot. These legs are a pain. Come on. There we go. Whew. Next leg. Both legs on. Look at those little dainty little feet. Now his arms, you could do the arms really any which way. So my deciding factor when it came to the arms here for the guy was, I was thinking about doing the pointing hand here. But when you put the fist, I was testing it. Like, he's not going to really punch. He'll punch himself in the face. So I figure, why not put this arm here? So he can actually use his fist hands. Put this one up here. And there we go. We got them all put together. Now that Sugar Man is put together, he looks fantastic. And honestly, it sends me back to when I had the original Toy Biz version of it, which was still, I mean, it still hold up today if I still had it in a sense. It had that nice gimmick where he, you pull the trigger on the back or a switch on the back and his mouth moves and it made a laughing sound. And it was that generic Halloween laughing noise that it made. And that one actually came with the hammer and the axe, which would have been cool if we got, just more than just this sugar hammer. And I got to give a shout out to Palpatine 1975 because he was asking when I was going to be posting up the Sugar Man video, and I was like, I'm doing it today, so here you go. So I thought that was quite amusing because I was planning on doing it today, and then sure enough, he was asking about it. So it works out. Up close, this Sugar Man figure is sick. It is a awesome sculpt. I love the teeth. I love the tongue. The tongue actually has like a glossy paint to it. We get the vein work underneath. Teeth are painted nicely. And even inside the mouth, like you can see that. Like they put a lot of effort into this. It gives me off like a shark look when looking at him. I love his little flat top on the top. Looks pretty solid. The horns are painted really nicely and sculpted nicely. And what's crazy is if you look at him, his eyebrows are like as thick as his hair on top, which is crazy. I love the red eyes with the purple like fading around it, like he's just not sleeping. He's just crazy. We get the dark ring sort of around his mouth, sort of giving off that he has some stubble. And it's just an awesome looking Build-A-Figure. I can't get over it. I mean, he has some strapping, like the overalls are like leather straps that you could tell it's like almost like a bunch of belts put together, but I wish they would have went all out and painted the little rivets and buckles. They did some, but not all. I might go through with the silver paint and do that just to make it pop. But the pins are a nice touch. I love the Deadpool one. I just wish they would have, you know, put an X-Men one on there, or put a Spider-Man one, or do something fun, you know, besides just the sneaking in the one Deadpool. Really have fun with it. And look how long that tongue is. Crazy. Some Venom tongue action, you know. Arms look amazing. The vein work's there. You got these lines. I guess it's supposed to be hair. They almost look like sliced up arms, but I guess it's supposed to be hair. They're sculpted great. Now, I found this out after I put them together. I was thinking I was going to have to change out these arms in order to change the, you know, what's the hands and stuff. But the hands actually will pop off. This is a fist hand with the cool rings and his gnarly thumbnail. We got the pointing finger, which at first I thought it was warped out of the package when I first saw it. But, you know, when you point your finger, if you're really pointing, it can arc up a little bit. See? So, not really as warped as I thought. But, yeah, you just pop the hands out. Switch them out. You don't have to switch out the arms like I was thinking I was going to have to do if I wanted them to be a different way. So, that's really awesome. Same thing. So, you know, ring on this one. This is more the menacing hand here. You know, the gripping hand. Again, with the cool long nails. I wish they would have painted the nails. They need to start painting nails. Vein work going down. Stitching for his undershirt, because you know this dude has to have custom clothes made. I mean, look at this. Look at this gnarly back. It's all hairy. And again, with the dry brush, and they just put a splotch like right here. Not even center. It's just like off. And I don't know. Sometimes with their Build-A-Figures, they do this airbrush or, you know, or shading technique. I mean, it sort of reminds me of the Beast one, like the Beast figure. Not from this one, but the X-Men Blue Beast. It just has random splotches of shading, which is weird. This striped up shirt, it's cool. It's all sculpted. And again, I just like this strapping. It just looked like a bunch of leather straps. Like he just went and bought leather and made it. He does have a little butt crack in there. Look at that. That's like one of those flat butts. It's like a negative butt. That's funny. And it's clenched, super clenched. But I guess, I mean, it'd be clenched carrying all these arms and stuff all around. Because this dude has tiny feet. Thick old thighs. And just tiny, long, flat feet. Which looks awesome. Now, one thing I did notice that, you know, could get overlooked is he does have a spot right here. That is for his hammer. So this figure is in my hand. He is quite heavy. Now let's go ahead and dive into some articulation. He has a lot, but he is limited in certain areas. But the figure, again, just look how awesome it is. Now all his arms are going to have the same type of articulation. So you can sort of see, let me get this one out of the way. So we do have the disc hinge in the shoulders. We get the bicep swivel. We get double jointed elbows. We do get wrist rotation, and there is wrist bend, and that is the same for all four arms. So good articulation out of these, and it's crazy because you're like, hey, we got double jointed elbows on this big guy. How come we don't get them on the other big Build-A-Figures? So shows that they can do it. Just do they want to do it? Then there's no ab crunch because his abs in area is like his whole face. So he does have a swivel, which is nice. Because even though, you know, it's a full swivel, you can't really see it. The belt hides it, so there's no bookshelving going on. He does have the thigh swivel because that's obviously where I connected the legs. But doing the splits, this is as far as he can do the splits. So nothing too crazy. He can get his leg up that far. And he does have a single jointed bend for the leg, pivot or at the knee. Pivot at the knee, ankle bend, and pivot that is crazily generous. So a good amount of articulation out of this guy. And I don't know how, I guess they could have possibly rigged some articulation, like if they cut through the body and stuff, or if they were to cut around here where his face was. But I don't know. I don't know how that would work, and it may not make the figure look good. So overall, the articulation we get with this figure is pretty phenomenal. Here we have Sugarman next to my two favorite figures from this wave. I have a third one in there, which a lot of people aren't going to believe, but These two, I love the Sunfire, I love the Dark Beast, and Dark Beast was a pretty massive figure, so it sort of shows how he scales up with these other figures. And my third favorite figure from this wave, and the people are probably like, you're crazy, as long as you don't turn him around, I do really like this Wolverine. And you could see his sort of size. Oh, as he's knocking down Sunfire, he's like, get out of the way. But you can see his size, he's super tiny. This figure is awesome. I love the head and everything, but the only thing I don't like is if you turn him around, you just get to deal with that garbage. But I mean, other than that, I like the figure. I do like this Wolverine, but that's just my opinion. You know, there's a lot of peg warming Wolverines out there, so obviously not everybody agrees to that standard. And that sums up my Sugarman Build-A-Figure review. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys have friends or family that are really into collecting or figures and stuff like that, let them know about my channel. And if you guys want, go ahead and hit that silver bell notification so you know when I post up a new video. And I want you guys to check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. The link is down below with the promo code for free shipping. So make sure you check that out so you can get some free shipping on some collectibles. And make sure you check out the pre-order group, because Toyco with their pre-orders are phenomenal. It's a Facebook group. You can join up and it'll keep you in the know with collectibles and allow you to take dibs on some amazing pre-order pricing. So check that out. And I want you guys, most importantly, to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.